I'm like, what's up? Like, and she like, oh, what you doing in here? I said, I can be in here. This my baby daddy. What's up? Like, she get up, like rise up, and she hit me. So
once we're tussling right here, she get on me, get the stabbing. Okay. Got the stabbing. I got it in the car.
He hit me.
You just told this officer that he didn't. We have video proof of you on top of him.
We saw you through the glasses in his face when we walked up.
I didn't hear no gunshots or nothing like that. Was no gun. I would have woke up if I heard. I would have called y'all if I heard.
From a toxic baby mama whose extreme jealousy over her ex's new lover ends badly, to a desperate husband saved from an abusive wife who refused to let him call for help, and terrified grandparents who had to secretly call 911 on their own abusive teen grandson. When domestic toxicity escalates inside the home, a routine welfare check is often the only thing that stands between a victim and tragedy.
And I asked him about her. He said he didn't know her. So I'm just confused. Because it's supposed to be your girlfriend, but you told me.
In this video, the mother's intense reaction has sparked heavy backlash, with critics calling her toxic and controlling. But behind an angry woman is always a mountain of suppressed frustration that nobody sees. Read these 3 controversial comments below and tell me, do you agree with the crowd that she's overreacting, or do you empathize with the pure anxiety and suffocating pressure a mother has to endure? The double standard is exhausting. Whenever there's drama, the mother is always blamed for not controlling herself. Why is the bar so low for the father, but the mother has to be a perfect saint? She is reactive because she cares. If she truly didn't control anything, she wouldn't even be there fighting for her kids. If my best friend was constantly stressed out, trying to manage a chaotic co-parenting situation with 0 real support, I wouldn't judge her for cracking. When it comes to your kids, you become hyperprotective. People love to label a protective, stressed out mother as crazy just because she refuses to be silent and submissive. It's easy to call a mother the problem when you only see her snapping, but nobody asks what pushed her to that point. A woman doesn't just lose control for no reason. She's probably dealing with a deadbeat or being gaslit constantly until she explodes. She isn't out of line. She is completely overwhelmed and trying to protect her boundaries.
Yeah, he called, but I was the one involved, yes.
What happened?
I was up there. She came to bring his baby so he could see him.
On the 17th of August 2024, officers responded to a residence following a violent altercation between a mother and her ex's new girlfriend. The new girlfriend, Heaven, was temporarily detained in the back of a patrol car for investigation.
And then we got to fighting because she already was in my bubble. Don't care.
All right. Where's she at?
She gone.
Okay, so she was bringing the child over here.
Yeah, so what happened was she called me. So I've been dealing with this ever since we done broke up. So what happened was I ain't been seeing my baby like that. So she brought my baby over here so she could see me. I let her park in the garage and I left my car here. So she asked to go to the bathroom, my BM. I have a bathroom downstairs. She said she's gonna go to the bathroom downstairs. She went upstairs where she was. That should go right there.
That's her right there?
Yeah, she went upstairs. And
just stay. Okay, hold on a second. Just stay over there. Okay. Just stay over there. I'll talk to you in a minute, okay?
Stay over there.
Stay
over there.
Stop. Stop.
Hey, bro, calm down. Hey, bro, go.
Your mama told me where your mama
You know I pet that.
and I look cute. You got me.
Get out. Put your hands behind your back. You want to talk, and you already admitted you hit her first, so you can get arrested.
Thank you. My baby was
I ain't dealing with that. Come on. You stop too.
Okay.
Call my sister, bro. Get my phone and call my sister. Girl, I know you didn't.
Stop.
I'm trying to calm down. I'm sorry.
I hate stupid stuff. All right, just work with me, okay?
Sorry, she's just been really.
Okay, I get it, but give me a. I don't know everything. You're right, but what I do know is I don't need nobody talking crap to each other out here while I'm trying to do my job, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I understand.
Young lady, what is your first name?
Heaven.
The mother repeatedly explains to the officers that she only went inside to use the restroom and accidentally ran into the new girlfriend. However, the visible scratches on her nose and her ripped out hair extension prove that the brawl was completely chaotic.
Okay, hey, stop talking to each other, all right? It's my job to talk to y'all, not each other. You talk to each other.
I do.
Okay. Start from the beginning, calmly. Tell me what happened.
So what happened was I was parked by his car. I brought my daughter to see him. Okay. So I asked him, can I use the restroom? He's like, he didn't say nothing at first. Somebody got to use the restroom. Can I use the restroom? He was like, go ahead, use the restroom. So I go in the house, I use the restroom. I hear something. I walk out, she was standing right there at the thing. So I'm like,
what's the thing?
I don't know if you can go in there, nice little thing where the stairs at right there.
Okay.
So I'm like, what's up? So I go up the stairs. I'm like, what's up? Like, and she like, oh, what you doing in here? I said, I can be in here. This my baby daddy. What's up? Like, she get up, like rise up, and she hit me. So we start fighting, because I'm not just gonna let nobody hit me. For one, I didn't hit you. I didn't give you no. I'm all the way back here. She like right there. You swung on me. So you clearly you have an issue with me. I don't even know you, but you know about me because you've been watching me. Got the screenshots, everything. She been watching me. So for you to hit me and I don't even know you, that's crazy. So we was in there fighting. So as we fighting, she doing all this talking. Girl, you doing too much talking. Like, you already pulled my hair out or whatever the case may be. Okay. So then he drops my baby on the floor because my baby's in the middle of the thing crying. Okay. Boo-hoo crying. And he jumps on the bed.
How's the baby?
Me. She's 9 months old.
Okay.
And you hitting me to save her. So now I want to press charges on both of them. Yeah, I do. He already have a case where he done hit me already.
Where's the baby at right now?
I dropped her to my grandmother's house.
Okay, so the baby's with grandma right now. And you left with when all this got done, you left with the baby, took the baby to grandma's and came back here.
Yes, because my glasses is in there, my earrings is in there, and my ponytail is in there. And his mother says she's coming back to let me get my stuff. But and he already has a domestic violence case open because he already punched me in my nose. And on July 11th.
The mother bursts into tears as she describes her 8 to 9 month old baby being dropped onto the floor during the scuffle. What mother wouldn't be heartbroken to see her innocent child caught in the crossfire of adult drama?
I don't appreciate being yelled at.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you come out the bathroom. You see her wherever she was standing by the stairs, and you said, "What's up?" What did you mean by that? What was the purpose of that comment?
I said, "What's up? Hey, how you doing?" I said, "What's your name?" She ain't saying that. And I said, "Oh, you the heaven girl," because I've been noticing this girl. She been watching me for a while now, and I asked him about her. He said he didn't know her. So I'm just confused. Cause this supposed to be your girlfriend, but you told me you didn't even know her. Okay. So now I'm confused. So I don't know. But yeah.
So what did she say in response to that?
What you doing in here? What you doing up here? What you doing? What you doing? Baby, you don't live here. This is mama house.
And what was your response to when she said that?
I can be in here. This is my baby daddy house.
Okay.
And after that, she hit me.
Okay.
And after that, it was what it was.
When you guys were talking, having the verbal exchange, how close were y'all?
And when she hit me, she went like this.
After y'all started tussling, he jumped in?
I heard my baby. All I heard was my baby screaming and crying. And then I seen him, and he literally punched me, boom, just like that. And got on top of me and was holding me down. Why you in here? What you... Sorry. But he was screaming, why you in here? What you doing up here? And I'm like, she hit me first. She hit me first. You talking to me.
And this took place downstairs?
No, this took place upstairs.
Okay, well, if you were downstairs and come out of the bathroom and you saw her at the stairs, that means it was at the bottom of the stairs.
No, it was upstairs. I walked upstairs because I said, hey, what's your name? Like, trying to talk to her because I never met her before. And like I said, I didn't go up there being hostile. I just want to know who she was. I had no idea nobody was
Well, that's different from what she said. She said you did come up there hostile.
No, I did not. If I came up there hostile, why I didn't hit you first? You get what I'm saying? If I had an issue with you, why I didn't hit you first? You get what I'm saying? You hit me first. I can understand. Now, when I'm right, I'm right, and when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I would hit her first, I would have told you I hit her first. I have no shame. But you hit me because you're mad for what? You got him. You see what?
Let me catch her up real quick.
Okay.
So, first person I spoke to was a lady who's currently in my back seat that was driving this red car. Her name is Heaven. That's this guy's boyfriend. These two have children together. Heaven's the new girlfriend. He comes up and starts laying hands on her too, until she gets out. Accurate?
Yes, very accurate.
Okay.
Have you got any injuries?
She's got injuries on her face for sure. She had that scratch on her nose. I'm gonna get a better look at this one.
I got a scratch right here. That's really it. She pulled my ponytail out.
I have not run anybody yet. I will do that now.
Hold your hands out for me. Let me see what you got. All right, let me see your face. Ever married or lived together?
Yes, we lived together from January of 2023 to January of 2024.
Has he been legitimized?
No. The only thing he signed is her birth certificate and then a paternity acknowledgement agreement.
The father turns the tables when he claims he had already parked the mother's car inside the garage to avoid a confrontation. He insists that she deliberately ignored the downstairs restroom and went straight up to the second floor bedroom to spy on them.
They just swing.
Did you hit anybody?
No, I hit nobody.
Okay.
I'm
gonna check her for injuries real quick.
Yeah.
Miss Heaven, do you have any injuries?
No.
None whatsoever?
Not that I know of.
All right. I mean, you obviously guys got in a tussle. I'm just checking to make sure you do or do not have any injuries. Okay. You hurt anywhere? Okay.
That's the reason why me and her wasn't even talking. So, and that's another reason why I ain't want her to come over here. because me and her already got an altercation and stuff like that, and it is domestic violence stuff. And she
mentioned that you got in trouble in the past for domestic violence.
So that's why I don't invite her over here. I don't do none of that. Because she said she wasn't going to press charges no more. But she hit me first. And I even got on record that she hit me first.
You're talking about in a previous incident?
In a previous time. So that's why she didn't press charges on me.
All right.
And that's
all right, go ahead and tell Officer Gossick what happened today between you three y'all.
Okay, so she came over here.
Who is she?
Her.
Okay.
My girl, we was already over here chilling. So she was like, okay, well, do you want to see the baby? Because I ain't seen my baby in almost like 2 weeks because she been keeping my baby away from me. So I parked her car inside the garage. So it won't be no, you know what I'm saying, no issue. There won't be no issue. So when I parked her car in there, she came over here. We outside just chilling. Next thing you know, she say, she want to go use the bathroom. I have a bathroom downstairs. And she exactly said she wanted to use the bathroom downstairs. Mention, my room is upstairs with my girl. My girl is upstairs, chilling. She went at the bottom. I guess she didn't go to the bottom. She went to my room to trying to see who's inside my room. Basically, I'm outside. I'm literally sitting outside with my baby, holding my baby in my hand. So I'm like, why is it taking her so long? Because the bathroom, literally, as soon as you walk through the door, is right there. So I'm like, what's going on?
It looks like somebody's walking into your house.
Yeah, that's my grandma.
Okay.
So I'm like, why is it taking her so long? So I go in there. I'm downstairs. I just hear like stomping, like they fighting. So I'm running upstairs with my baby. I put my baby on the floor so I could break it up. So I'm like this. They still swinging. I'm getting hit and everything. I didn't hit nobody. I ain't do nothing because I'm trying to break it up. Ain't no point in me trying to hit her because she's my bitch and that's my girl. No, I'm not doing none of that. I'm just trying to break it up. And that's when she was like, oh, she ran downstairs. She's like, oh, where my ponytail? Where my ponytail? I'm like, no, just get the fuck out. Because you already said you was going to the bathroom downstairs, so why was you going upstairs? So then that's when she backed up, she drove off, and she grabbed my baby, she drove off there, that's when she left. And then that's when she was finna get ready to leave. I was telling her to just chill. So, and that was it. And then that's when she pulled back up when he got here. I ain't touched nobody, I ain't do nothing, because ain't no point in me touching anybody. Because I already know the type of person she is. Like I said, we already had a case already with domestic violence and all that stuff. She hit me previous. I hadn't hit her back or something like that, and then that's when she already made a police report, and then that's when she dropped the case on there and everything.
I got you. So we're talking about today, though.
Yeah, but that's the only thing.
So you're saying you didn't hit her, you just tried to separate her?
No, I'm trying to separate her like this. It's like both of them. I'm getting hit by both of them. Literally, I'm in the middle of both of them.
You don't have any injuries?
No, I'm good.
Cool.
Officers go upstairs with the father to inspect the bedroom, where water had been spilled all over his gaming PC. Inside the patrol car, the new girlfriend admits she punched the mother in the face first because she felt her personal space was threatened.
Talk to you, okay? Yes, ma'am. Having those in mind, do you want to talk to me about what happened? Yeah. Start from the beginning. Tell me what happened.
I went to use the bathroom and he called me. He said, hey, she is, he have a bathroom upstairs.
Right.
That's where I was.
Okay.
He was like, he let me know, hey, she's coming in to use the bathroom downstairs. Just be vigilant. I said, okay, like, just not to make any noise to know that I was there.
Right.
The bathroom is right here. She was supposed to be using this bathroom. My room is upstairs. So when I'm thinking she's still in the bathroom. But I dropped my baby right here.
Okay.
That's when I hear them tussling. So I go in here, I just hear them fighting. See, I got my PC and everything. They done spilled everything on my PC and stuff. So.
What kind of PC you got? You a gamer?
Yeah. I got a 3070.
You stream?
Yeah. That's my bathroom right there. So she was just trying to come up here and be nosy, basically.
What the fuck y'all got going on, man?
Mama, that's not me. That's Andrea, Mom.
No, he. From what I can tell from all the stories, he didn't do nothing wrong.
I didn't do nothing.
I ain't saying it's you, but you know when both of them little motherfuckers together.
I heard somebody coming up the stairs, and I assumed it was him, but when she opened the door, I seen it was her. And this were her exact words. Who are you? What's your name? And I said, why are you in here? And she said, oh, you that heaven bitch, the bitch that be watching me. And I said, okay. Mind you, I'm laying in the bed when she came in the room. As she's talking and asking me my name, she's approaching the bed, getting in the area where I'm in, like she's about to pounce on me. So I stood up so I wouldn't let that happen. So she came closer, she was in my face, and then she was like, you getting up like you trying to do something in my face. So before she got the chance, I hit her. Yes, I did. I hit her, and then that's when we started tussling. She was trying to hit my head up against the wall. Like I said, we was fighting. It was probably about 5 minutes of fighting. He ran upstairs. he broke us up and everybody was yelling or whatever. He asking her, why are you in here? Why are you in here? And she kept yelling. She hit me first. And I was yelling. She was in my face. She was in my personal space. She was in my personal space. He's trying to get her downstairs, meanwhile still trying to break us up. And after that, I stopped dealing with her. I stopped being in her area. She was asking where her ponytail at. Not sure. I was just standing. I wasn't by them anymore. They were by the doorway and I was more by the bed. After that, she ran downstairs and then came back upstairs and he said, I'm finna call the police. I assumed she ran downstairs, got the baby and left. And then I was about to leave because I didn't want to, I needed to calm down. So I was about to leave and then that's when this officer pulled up. The adrenaline was rushing, so I was very upset. And
did you hit her with a closed fist or open hand or what?
Open hand.
Where at?
In her face.
Which hand did you use?
Right.
All right, we're about to cut you loose, okay? Because based off our investigation, we're determining she's at fault, all right? So, do you want to press charges on her or do you want to let her go?
I want to press charges.
Okay. Just so she doesn't know what's coming when we walk over there, I'm going to take you out of handcuffs after we put her in handcuffs. Is that okay with you?
A bitter twist of fate occurs when the officers decide to release the new girlfriend and officially arrest the mother. They explain that the mother was the primary aggressor for going upstairs without permission.
Appreciate your patience. All right, don't say nothing to her. You got me?
Yes, sir. So why she get let go? She hit me first.
We're gonna explain everything in just a minute.
Don't leave quite yet. Like I said, you're not in any risk of going to jail or nothing, but just don't leave quite yet till we're all done, all right?
All right. That's ridiculous. I'm going to jail?
Yes.
What? But she hit me first.
Based on what we've determined, based on all kind of injuries, based on what each one of you has told us, it appears to us that you provoked this. We've already walked inside. We've looked at where everything occurred. We looked at all the evidence in there. There was a bathroom downstairs.
Right.
Why did you go upstairs to go in that bedroom?
She was standing over the thing, and I was trying to talk to her. I never met her before, so I was trying to introduce myself. I don't know her.
Okay.
That's what it was. I was never hostile. They're literally lying.
Well, you're gonna have to explain that in court. Because right now, between the three of your stories, yours is the only one that don't add up based on what we've investigated.
Of course they're gonna lie for each other. That's his girlfriend. That's ridiculous, man.
Well, be glad it's not with him, because it'd be family violence. Like this, it's not family violence, so it's a little bit easier.
When she hit me first, like she literally.
She admitted to it.
So
she had no problem admitting to it.
So why she's not getting in trouble, ma'am?
Because you're the primary aggressor. You should not have went upstairs.
But I was trying to talk. Okay. So can somebody move my car? Can I call my grandma or something?
Where's your phone at?
It's inside of my car.
Can you assist me, if it's all right with you, you can let me go back in your house, assist me with finding her ponytail and earrings and stuff that came off? I guess this would be the ponytail right here.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what her earrings are.
There's one. There's one right there. Oh, maybe that's it right there. That looks like an earring. Yeah, that's it. Do you want your purse?
The mother cries out in desperation as the patrol car drives off, frantically trying to call someone to pick up her baby from her grandmother's house. Is the price of a woman's momentary loss of control too high when it means leaving her child behind?
I'm happy to tell you. Now, you're not going to agree with it, but I'm happy to tell you, okay? Basically, the reason why you're getting locked up is because you have permission to enter the house to use the downstairs bathroom.
And I did.
According to their order of events, and what they're saying is that this didn't happen. You used that as an excuse to get in the house. You went upstairs, went to his bedroom, and confronted her in a hostile manner, and she felt threatened for her safety because of how you approached her, and so she defended herself, all right?
It's crazy.
So, because if you have permission to go use the downstairs bathroom, that's all you have permission to do. There is no reason to be upstairs, all right?
But, okay, I don't know, but that's just crazy. You finna let her stay here? Like, that's just crazy. Like, she literally hit me first, Miss Melissa.
Baby, I don't know.
And she said she hit me first.
Like grandbaby.
He threw my baby on the floor. She was in there crying, Miss Melissa, and he hit me for that girl. But that's the thing, Miss Melissa, we already had that conversation. If you want to have somebody over here, don't tell me to come over here. He told me to come over here. And for you to hit me because you felt threatened, Miss Melissa, all I said was, hey, what's up, what your name is? Then I said, oh, you the heaven girl, because she been watching me on social media for months.
I'm finna go back, because I'm gonna do your damn intake when I go back to damn work. I'm not dealing with your ass tonight. I'm so sick of y'all.
But I just don't get it, Miss Melissa. How is it okay that she get to stay here? Like, why is she still here?
We gonna talk when you get to the jail, because I gotta go back.
What are we doing with the car?
She's about to park it.
You're gonna park it?
I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna pull it in my driveway.
Do you have her grandma's number to call her grandma?
It's in my phone.
She gotta write it down.
Where's her? You got her phone in the bag up there? You might hand it to me real quick.
I don't have the number. I don't have the number.
She'll let you get the phone number out to.
Due to her charges of simple battery and third-degree cruelty to children, family violence, the woman faces a maximum sentence of up to 12 months in prison for each offense and fines reaching $1,000. She went upstairs to fight, girl. She messy. Baby mother is out of line. She don't control nothing. She is the problem. His baby's mother definitely started the fight.
She's
drunk. She's drunk.
Okay. Who is she to you?
She's my wife.
Your wife? Okay.
My wife.
How long you guys been together?
Demanding legal punishment is easy, but when a mistake made during an emotional breakdown can ruin a woman's entire future, are handcuffs really the best solution? Many are cheering for the charges, but have we ever stopped to think about her chance at redemption? Read these 3 controversial takes below. If it were you or your own beloved child in that dark moment, would you need a cold legal hammer or a helping hand to heal? Let's talk. Pressing charges and potentially ruining a woman's entire future over a domestic dispute is so extreme. Whatever happened to counseling or trying to heal together? Sending the woman you supposedly love to jail isn't holding them accountable. It's just pure revenge. Marriage and relationships shouldn't be handled like a criminal court. As a mother, if my child made a terrible mistake during an emotional breakdown, I'd pray they get mental help, not a criminal record. People calling her an abuser based on one video don't know her trauma. She needs rehabilitation and support, not to be thrown into a cell. Locking her up will only break her completely, not fix her. The internet is so quick to cancel and jail people. Yes, accountability matters, but destroying a family through the legal system should be the absolute last resort. She was clearly unstable, and putting a legal hammer on a broken person is just cruel. We need more empathy and fewer handcuffs in these situations.
You're a little.
Sorry.
Tell them.
Come on here.
No, I'm just right.
On the 31st of October 2025, police responded to a domestic disturbance call. A terrified young husband recounts being choked and violently assaulted by his intoxicated wife while trying to call for help.
The wall. I had to push the bed. She fell behind me. It was choking me.
Okay.
Scratching at my arms. I don't see any marks, but she was like pinching and doing this, so I couldn't breathe.
Okay. Did you need any medical attention or want to get checked out?
I need to get checked out. My back is on fire right now because she pushed me over the AC unit.
Okay. How old are you?
25.
25.
I want to press charges.
She's
drunk.
Now,
she's drunk.
Okay. Who is she to you?
She's my wife.
Your wife? Okay.
My wife.
How long you guys been together?
It's October.
Definitely.
A year and 2 months.
A year and 2 months? Okay.
We got married last October.
Okay. Is it okay if I take a look at your back?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Are you able to just lift up your shirt a little bit?
I'm sorry. I'm scared.
That's all right.
You live here?
Oh, is it okay if I just lift it up a little bit? Okay. All right.
Her dad witnessed her too.
Do you have your videos that you were saying?
Fuck, I have my wallet. I have some other, my work phone. I have it on. I have some of it on this one.
Okay.
I need to get their phone though because the majority of it's on that one, where she actually pushed me and pinned me against the wall.
Okay. Well, which ones do you have on here?
I have. And she kept hanging up. I called 2 times on this phone. She was snatching the phone over and over again, and then she. So it was multiple hang-ups because of her. So are these your glasses right here? Yeah, the ones that she threw at my face. Yeah. You guys saw that, right? Yeah, we saw it. She ripped those off my face in the bedroom. This is the first one. So I was trying to go to the bathroom, and she walked in and wouldn't let me close the door.
Okay.
She's trying to go to the bathroom. That's all. And this is after she opened that.
In sheer helplessness, the husband hands over video evidence he recorded for self-defense. What woman could truly understand the pain of a man forced to film his own wife's violent outbursts just to protect himself?
Yeah, Jose, if you want, we can. Are you able to open this tailgate and sit on that, or do you just want to go down to the curb, or?
Let's go on the curb. Back up. I never thought it would get this point.
Okay. Have you guys ever had any incidents like this in the past?
She's little small ones where she's throwing shit at me, and she is outright messed up when she's drunk.
But nothing as severe as this.
This is the worst it's gotten.
Okay.
This is the point where she's outright assaulted me. This is the first one.
You're getting physical. Move out. Please back up. I want you to go to the bathroom. That's all I want right now.
This is like where it really escalated.
Please back up. I'm trying to go to the bathroom. You're gonna record me. Please back up. You are drunk. Go sit down. Drink some water.
Her dad has our son.
Okay. How old is the son?
He's 7 months.
7 months.
He was asleep during this until we went and got him.
I'm not pinning shit, dude. Nobody wants to pin you or anything.
This is after she got in my face and was
You
like
or anything. Record
kind of backing against the wall in the bathroom.
Get out of my face, please. I'm trying to go to the bathroom. That's all. You're drunk. Go sit down, drink some water. Stop drinking alcohol.
joke.
You can see that, oh, that's where you ripped apart. She did that.
Oh, okay.
And she slammed the door.
And is that the only one you have on this one?
I have one more. I report coming out of the bathroom.
Coming out, can you please just get away from the door?
She's outside the door.
You're pretending to wash your hands.
I was washing my
Oh,
hands.
you're recording me.
Can you back up, please?
I'm against the wall. What the f more do you want? You're recording me.
You got physical. Back off.
Okay. Is this the one you were calling from, or?
This is the phone I was calling from. So what I did was I went in the bedroom, grabbed my work phone, recorded with that one instead, and then I turned this one off and called my grandfather, asked him to come help me because I was just going to take my son and go over to his place because she's already drunk, and I didn't feel safe because she was already getting physical with me.
But this is the one you called 911 from?
It is.
Are you able to show me the call logs for it? Okay.
911. She hung up. She was snatching the phone. I think this is after she pushed me over the AC unit, and I fell back.
Okay.
And then they try to call back.
Officers document the husband's injuries and the moments the aggressive wife cornered him, choking his neck. Her cruelty peaked when she repeatedly snatched his phone, ruthlessly cutting off his only lifeline to emergency services.
When we were here? Is that the one you were on?
That is, yeah.
Okay.
That is. She had like both hands, like one like this, almost.
Okay.
And she was grabbing my neck.
Okay.
And then at one point, I think it was her left hand because she eventually fell over me when she had managed to push me between the wall on the floor, between our bed and the wall.
Okay.
Right. So I was there, a very small space, kind of my width. Right. And then she was still trying to get to me because I'm on the phone with 911 and stuff. So she fell over me, got behind me, squeezed behind me. And that's when she put her hands around me and started choking me.
So when you guys were on the floor is when she was choking?
Yes.
You? Okay.
Yeah, she got behind me and put me in a headlock and started choking me.
Okay. And then where did you feel the pressure?
I felt it right here.
On
like like right here.
Like on your right side?
I felt the pressure directly in the middle of my neck.
Okay.
But I know her left arm was over me while she was reaching for the phone, trying to grab it while I was on the phone with 911.
Okay. All right, give me 1 second, okay? Yeah.
So we got the glasses to the mom.
She admitted to everything. Oh, she did admit to push him over and then
she took her to camera. She did punch him and slap him in his face multiple times. He did not ever get physical with her, but she admitted to being the only physical one.
Okay. Yeah, he's got video of like in between the fighting, and then he's got really visible marks being pushed over an AC unit, and then we got interference with communication.
You trying to stop?
What was that?
You trying to stop him?
No, she hung up the phone from him.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'll say we have the rest of the video of the physical inside. Yeah, misdemeanor. So basically just the battery and then the telephone communication. So, yeah,
you said he was getting choked, right?
Yeah, the back.
So this guy here.
Handcuffs snap onto the wife's wrists, leaving her stunned as she begins crying to go back to her 7-month-old baby. Is this a mother's genuine heartbreak, or just a final psychological manipulation tactic using her child to escape accountability?
You're serious right now. You're fucking serious right now.
Don't move because I don't put these tight on you. I'm gonna take this watch off you so I can put the cuffs on. Because the cuff doesn't fit.
What? Can you tell me why you're doing this?
I'll explain it all here in a second.
Well, actually, you put under arrest right now.
What?
Battery against household member.
What? You're joking.
Possibly, yeah.
You're just fucking joking.
Wait. Move your hand back.
You're joking. Dude, shut the door. You're dude. You're arresting me. Okay. Come over here and watch your son.
This is normal.
Are you serious right now? What are you doing?
Break 11 5 she's gonna go 41 15.
What are you doing?
41 15 and 22 45.
What are you doing? Go where? Shit. Go to the baby. Go to the baby.
Watch your step.
Are you serious right now? No.
Alright, go ahead against the unit.
Please just let me go to my baby right now.
While being escorted to the patrol car, she loudly admits to the violence, claiming he pissed me off. Driven by selfishness and a need for control, she blames the victim entirely rather than acknowledging the deep trauma she inflicted on her family.
He pissed me off, and so I showed him what's up. I told him because he pissed me off.
You don't think
Do you have kids? Do you have kids?
I don't think she has.
Do you have kids?
You didn't do
He pissed me off. Please.
Go and have a seat.
Please don't put me in there. Please. I do this because he pissed me off.
Yeah, just because someone pisses you off, then you can do all that. Especially right in front of us.
What did I do? Oh my God.
Alright, man, there's nothing in there. You just checked it, it's clear, so if anything's found in there, it's going to be attached to you, okay? Go ahead and take a seat.
No, I'll explain it to you in a second.
Are you fucking serious, dude? Oh, fucking. This is tight.
So, the state of New Mexico, there's no tolerance for domestic violence. So, essentially, even if you didn't want to press charges, we have to.
I want to, personally, because this has gone way too far.
Well, she's going to jail. She's going to jail for the battery charges. She might get out in the morning Saturday, it depends on the judge. If not, she'll get out Monday. They'll call you, let you know she's getting out.
I'm not going to pick her up.
That's fine, you don't have to pick her up.
Yeah.
They'll just call you, let you know that she's out, just so you're aware.
Holding back his pain, the husband asks about a restraining order to protect his infant child from a toxic mother. The wife's futile screaming and cursing from inside the cop car is the heavy price to pay when the mask of abuse is finally ripped away.
Okay, check it out, but yeah, probably a restraining order.
You go to district court. You guys call this before? Do you have any other cases?
I've called before because she's thrown shit at me, and she's gotten a little physical before too, but not like this. She's usually calmed down a little bit, but it's always been when she's been drinking.
Okay.
The last time she drank, nothing got physical. She just kind of got dumb, started talking some shit, decided to cheat on me, and that was that. Photo.
She's on top of me, man. Please send the cops.
Yeah, sorry. So I guess it didn't record where I fell over. I must have stopped. But basically, I'm on the floor at this point, and she's on top of me.
Don't get out. Don't get out.
Stay in the car.
Charges against me?
The state of New Mexico is pressing charges against you.
What did I do?
You battered your husband.
He hit me.
You just told this officer that he didn't. We have video proof of you on top of him.
We saw you throw the glasses at his face when we walked up.
What?
You threw glasses at his face when we were walking up.
And she's covered in marks.
My glasses?
Doesn't matter whose
that I
glasses
can't even see?
Doesn't matter whose glasses they are, you threw them at his face right in front of us.
You're arresting me for what?
We told you, battery on a household member. We need you to have a seat and put your feet in the car. Battery on a household member. So have a seat and put your feet in.
You're arresting me because he's a bitch?
Okay.
Put your feet
seat
inside.
in the car.
I'm not going to keep telling you.
For battery against a household member and interference with communications in New Mexico, this woman faces up to 3 years in prison, fines reaching $6,000, and a severe risk of losing total custody of her child. Yes, press charges, do not drop them, and divorce this beast. Good for him pressing charges. Abusers need to be held accountable, otherwise they will never stop. I'm glad the first few words out of his mouth as I want to press charges.
Come back inside. We put him outside. I mean, he shoved his grandmother. I mean, I'm 66 years old. And then he kind of laughed about the fact that he was able to hit me.
The case is closed, but the harsh judgments aimed at this child's behavior still leave many mothers reflecting on parenting. Outsiders love to use moral standards to label a kid, forgetting that every family has its own hidden dynamics behind a short clip. Read the arguments below and drop your thoughts. Should we raise children through emotional manipulation or learn to be compassionate and protect their world? He's just a kid. Stop forcing adult regrets and expectations onto him. Children live in the present and don't understand the concepts of aging or mortality yet. It doesn't mean he is ungrateful, it just means he is being a normal child. Let him grow up naturally without making him feel guilty for not acting like an adult. If this were my child, I'd defend him. We don't know the full dynamic. Sometimes grandparents can be toxic, overbearing, or manipulative behind closed doors. Just because they are elders doesn't automatically mean they are saints. A child shouldn't be forced to show affection to people who might make them uncomfortable just to please the internet.
I wanted to get signed out at 12, and...
Are you going to summer school?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And he wasn't going for that, so when we came home...
The toxic judgment in these comments is ridiculous. Gratitude is something taught over time through love, not something you beat into a kid by calling him unlucky or spoiled. He's navigating his own emotions. Stop criticizing a young boy's behavior based on a short video clip and acting like you're perfect parents.
Checked out of school early.
Because it's... okay. So basically we just sitting there all day with like no phones. The teacher's just sitting there and I want to get my work done. And they're allowing us to like use our resources. So I want to use my phone and it's easier to do that than just being at school.
What's your relationship to this gentleman?
I'm his grandfather.
Okay, yes, sir. Can you tell me what happened this morning?
Well, he jumped out of the truck and I refused to sit in summer school until 1:30. He wanted me to come and get him at 12. I said, it don't work that way. And he got attitude, jumped out, came back. My wife got up, tried to encourage him, said, man, you got to go. Man, he was yelling and screaming, shoving stuff. He shoved my wife. I got up. He shoved me back. She went, I told her to go to the bedroom, and I went around there, and I tried to stop him, and he hit me a couple times in the face.
And then, like a punch, like closed fist?
Oh yeah, he hit me right there. I got a big old knot in the back of the head.
On the 3rd of June 2025, police officers responded to a domestic disturbance call. The grandson sits on the curb playing the victim, but his grandfather's initial statements quickly expose a completely different reality.
More importantly, tell me about y'all putting your hands on each other.
Okay, I was trying my best not to put my hands on him. Like, I literally pushed him against the couch and held my hand back. I was like, I'm not trying to put my hands on him. I remember, okay, so we were first arguing by the table at the front door, and he touched me first. He grabbed my hands. So I ain't gonna lie, I slapped him in his face. And then, that was that. He just stopped touching me because I ended up hitting him. I don't ever hit him. So I guess that stunned him or something. And then we just left it like that.
He's out of control. I mean, this is his last chance to try to make things right, man. We do everything we can for him, and that's probably what's wrong. I mean, he's from a kind of abusive relationship. That's why we have him. His stepdad beat the hell out of him, and his mom wasn't much better, so they asked us to come and get him a couple years ago. And we've had him for 3 years, and for the most part, he does good.
Gotcha.
He's just, you know, he failed a bunch of classes this last semester. And he's got to go to summer school.
Right.
He don't want to sit in there summer school all day. It's just, and he was just beside himself this morning. But I want to, not that I'm trying. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to use you guys. He needs to get the fear of God put him and realize he's headed for nothing but trouble.
Sounds that way.
The teenager keeps making excuses for his violence before his grandfather tearfully reveals the bitter truth. The ungrateful grandson ruthlessly shoved his grandmother and punched his grandfather just over summer school.
And I'm walking around trying to avoid him because I don't know. And then he grabbed the broom telling her to stop. And then we're talking again, we're spaced out, and he just hits me in the head with the broom and I lost it.
And what happened after that?
I just put him against the couch again. I didn't even hit him.
How'd you put him on the couch?
I just like grabbed him by his shirt and just held him against the couch.
Like Like sitting on the couch or like on the back of the couch?
Like his back is laying down on the couch. Like he's kind of laying down on the couch.
But like on the couch cushions?
Yeah, it's couch cushions.
And we just put him outside and said, look, you're not coming back inside. We put him outside. I mean, he shoved his grandmother. I mean, I'm 66 years old. And then he kind of laughed about the fact that he was able to hit me.
Stand up. Put your hands behind your back.
So I'm detained.
All right, now you're going to be under arrest.
Under arrest?
Mm-hmm.
I'm under arrest?
Yes, sir. For simple battery. All right, let's walk back over here real quick.
How is it? But he put his hands on me first.
To stop you from yelling in his face and
That's both of us though.
You
Like,
slapped him
yes,
in the
ma'am.
face.
But he touched me first. He grabbed my. All right, yes, ma'am. You're right.
Do you have anything in your pockets?
I don't believe so.
Would you have anything in your pockets that you know you're not supposed to have?
No, man.
No guns, knives, drugs, anything like that?
No,
Okay,
I have
spread your feet out for me.
You were here last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. So this has nothing to do just because of the last time?
No.
Because I really wasn't doing that stuff
That was
last
time. This is this time. But do I remember you? Yes. Is this because of last time? Absolutely not. This doesn't have anything to do with that.
Is there a way you could fix the cuffs? I think I'm gonna hurt somebody.
Turn a little bit more that way.
The grandson stubbornly shifts the blame, claiming his grandparents started it to escape trouble. All tolerance officially ends as handcuffs coldly snap shut, escorting the abusive youth straight to the patrol car in his belated shock.
I don't have nothing to do with her.
When's the last time you saw her?
Forever ago. I don't really
Like,
remember.
since you were little?
Like 8th grade.
Alright, hold on just a minute, okay? Mr. Porter.
Hey, how are you doing?
Tell me what happened this morning.
He jumped out of the truck on the way to summer school because he didn't want to sit there until 1:30. Wanted me to give him a 12. I said no, because you have to get so much done to pass this class. And he came back and he just went crazy in the house, shoving stuff, pushing stuff. His grandmother got up and said, and all she did was just said, look, you've got to go to school. And he shoved the daylights out of her. Then of course I react, I get up. And then he starts just slinging stuff, running around. And then I got over and said, you want some of this? I said, Gavin, I don't want anything. I want you to go to summer school. This is your chance. And said, you want some of this? And I put my hand up like that. Then he swung and hit me right here. And then I tussled with him a little bit. And I did not want him to go back to his room. I said, I want you out of this house. Yep. And I went to block him, and he hit me again and pushed me down, and he went out of the house, and I locked everything.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Are you injured? Do you want us to get EMS out here?
No, I'm fine. And like I told the officer, we don't know what to do.
Standing outside, the devastated grandfather details the heartbreaking moment his own grandson violently fought back. Watching this white-haired man tremble from both physical and emotional trauma, who could hold back tears at such a family tragedy?
I mean, we got him from an abusive relationship 3 years ago where his mom and dad beat the crap out of him. We got him out of a basement where they stuck him in a basement. And my daughter called me, would you come and get him? We came and got him. We have given him everything. And we can't fix him.
Sure.
I mean, we are frustrated.
Yeah, no, I get that. I understand that.
I guess.
This
is the last thing I wanted to do.
No, I understand.
But
I get that.
Maybe to put the fear of God in him. Maybe.
I mean, you can only hope, right?
Yeah.
But he is going to go out to the Chatham County Detention Center.
Okay.
He is 17, so in the state of Georgia recognizes him as an adult. And he's going to go for simple battery DVA. The state of Georgia also looks very highly on domestic issues. So you will get that chance in the courtroom with the judge to have your piece and to, give your ideas of what you think may help him. You'll be notified before he gets released. The odds are that he will probably call you to help him with bond, but most likely part of his bond will be that he can't communicate with you. So that may make it a little bit more difficult for him. But he is going to take a little ride with me. We'll see what we can't, get sorted out from here to there. But I mean, he remembered me from the last time I was here.
Yeah.
And
I mean, is there...
didn't have anything to do with last time, and he asked that, but this is different,
Yeah, I mean, is there anything other than doing what you're saying that y'all do, or I guess it's basic?
So this is his first arrest. This will be his first arrest. And generally, what happens is,
I mean, he's got nowhere to go.
Yep. Again, when it comes time to go to court, you can have that say. If this is the end of the road here, and that's perfectly fine. Okay. They will have options for him. They'll give him different things that he can do. I mean, best/worst case scenario, the judge says, you sit in jail or you join the military, right? And they have been known to do that. I don't know that that's still like a thing that I've heard of them doing that one time in 10 years. So, giving him that alternate path to choosing something better for himself. After growing up and not having those options. But you're not wrong when you say that everything he has here is silver plastered, and I think he understands that, but he's got a lot of trauma in his past, so unfortunately.
The helpless grandfather opens up to police about his grandson's traumatic past of being abused and locked in a basement by his biological parents. The grandparents rescued him and gave him everything. But is love ever enough to heal a soul already consumed by violence?
But I'm going to get you a case report card, and it'll have the victim witness advocate phone number in there, and you can call them and speak with them and, let them know what's going on and see what your options are, because you're not just a random person, right? Like, you're not a spouse, like, you've grown him. So let me go grab that for you, and then we'll get this process started. Okay. Grandpa said that Gavin pushed you. Are you okay? Do you need EMS?
No, I don't need EMS.
Where were you pushed at?
I'm already bruised.
Okay.
Yeah, what I did was I did this, and I said, you're going to go to school. And he slapped my hand and shoved me.
Okay. You said he slapped your hand?
He slapped my hand.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he grabbed a hold of me and pushed me backwards. Okay. But I didn't fall or anything.
Okay. Were those bruises already on your arm?
No. No. They're coming up now.
Okay.
But she does bruise.
Yep, that's okay. When he hit you, was that with an open hand or closed hand?
It happened so quick, I don't know. I think it was a closed hand, I think. Okay. He hit me, and then I didn't like his attitude after he hit me.
Sure.
Like, if you can't hit a 66-year-old man at 17, you're not much.
Yeah.
17?
Yeah, he's 17.
That's a big boy,
yeah.
He's 17, 6'2", and he ordered to bed and pushed me around.
Yeah. You can go over there, let her talk for a few minutes if that's what she wants to do. And then we'll get out of here. But if you need anything else, don't hesitate to call us, okay? You're very welcome.
He was charged with simple battery under the Domestic Violence Act. There are currently no public updates available regarding the case.
In the state of Georgia, since he is 17, the teenager will be tried as an adult for simple battery under the Domestic Violence Act. He faces up to 1 year in prison, fines reaching $5,000, and a total stay-away order from his grandparents. Grandpa needs a hug. He's in emotional pain. Kid doesn't realize how lucky he is to have his grandparents still. He's a domestic abuser who committed elder abuse.
Next time we're going to be placed under arrest for loss of battery.
On the 2nd of February 2024, officers arrived at a home following a violent domestic dispute. A woman named Sasha calmly explained that she had to use a pocket knife in self-defense when her drunk boyfriend lunged at her.
By instinct, I grabbed my pocket knife, I had in my pocket, and I said, get back. He just kept trying to come at me.
You have anything on you?
No.
You want to take this off? Come on. I'm just gonna make sure you're not high while I'm turning out the phone.
Don't see anything.
Go ahead and separate your legs a little bit. Alright. So how did you took your pocket knife out and what'd you do with it?
I went like this. I said, stay away from me. I said, just stop. And he just grabbed my phone, because I was on the phone with 911. I said, just stop, just get back. He snatched it out of my hand, threw it against the wall, and then tried to hit me again.
Did he make contact with you? Did he hit you at all?
No.
Okay. Give me a second. Does he live here? You guys both live here? Where's the pocket knife now? Oh, you could just stay, nope, just stay right there.
An officer discovered blood inside the house, and Sasha pointed out where she hid the knife under the Christmas tree. In the wreckage of this relationship, is her chilling calmness a sign of strength or a heart completely numbed by trauma?
How did it start?
Is there like another room that we can go into? You don't gotta go down. You could just, this is fine right here. No light. No lights? Oh, perfect, okay. And you guys always, does it ever get physical with you guys? Is this a first time thing?
I mean, he has been drinking a lot lately because he just quit his job. And he's been getting in my face, like being aggressive. I'm like, ooh, chill out. And I called the cops, like, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, for the same thing.
Okay.
And it was last time it was what? He slapped me in my face.
Okay. Last time he slapped you, cops came, what happened?
And he went to spend the night at his parents' house.
Okay. You didn't press charges on him?
No.
You just hang loose? Okay. Today he did not put hands on you?
No.
And somehow now he's bleeding? Right? Okay. And you're saying he attempted to grab?
He was trying to hit me.
Okay. And then pull it out to try to scare him? To
Yes,
try to have him back up?
to have him back up. And he wouldn't.
Okay. Alright, give me 1 second, okay?
To my coat.
It's in your coat. That's fine. Alright, what's your last name?
Sasha, S-A-S-H-A.
You have a middle initial? And then your phone number. And then this is the...
Police explained the legal protocol regarding visible injuries and suggested separating the couple for safety. Standing on the edge of a total breakdown, does a woman's capacity for forgiveness have the power to protect the very man who endangered her?
1 second, let me try to figure out what we're gonna do here, okay? If we can solve this in a way where no one's gotta go, are you willing to leave? Are you willing to go spend the night somewhere if he doesn't want to go? Because I can't keep you when I go out. Or you want me to try to see if he's going to be one of
I mean, yeah, because he's the one that's drinking. He's the one that's drunk.
Okay, you gotta understand right now, he's the one that's bleeding. Okay? So, the way the law works, you know what I mean? If somebody's got some sort of scar issue, injury on them, usually somebody's going in cuffs, okay? So we're trying to figure out, let me talk to my partner, see what's going on, okay? If it means you gotta leave the house, Okay.
I have to
whose name is it on your house?
Neither one of us.
Okay. Because I was gonna say the next thing you could do is get him evicted, but if your name isn't on the house,
well, his isn't either.
Yeah. Okay, you guys rent from her. It's just.
Sasha tearfully admitted to a female officer that these violent outbursts happen every single time her boyfriend drinks heavily. Is the silent endurance of women in toxic relationships for the sake of their children, or because they simply have no way out?
What's happened?
Whenever he's drinking heavily.
Okay. You guys share?
Yes.
See anything?
No.
No.
They're all sleeping.
Okay. Can my partner explain about like an order of protection and everything? You guys both live here?
Yes.
Okay, I got. Within the time years, has it ever gotten physical?
Yes.
Approximately how many times?
2 or 3.
2 or 3. Was it all recent or? How do you think we can resolve this? You want to press charges? You get him arrested? Do you not want to press charges?
Yeah, I do actually.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how did you explain to her how this argument started?
Though she wanted to press charges, police determined her knife slash caused the bleeding, making her the primary aggressor under the law. Her blank stare as she is handcuffed and led to the patrol car marks a bitter end to a misguided attempt at self-defense.
I forget what he said. He was mad because I took it and I hit it. Mm-hmm. And that was it.
Well, when I tried to talk to him, he said he didn't know what was going on. So, yeah, same face. Don't worry.
Next time we're gonna be placed on our list for lost of battery.
14-23.
Do you want us to take your jacket down to our jail?
This one?
Yeah, the top one. It was that one, right? It was that one, right? That was the top one.
The black one, yeah.
Okay. You have shoes on and everything, right?
Yeah.
Due to her domestic battery charge involving a weapon, the woman faces up to 1 year in jail and a maximum fine of $2,500 under state domestic violence laws. Is there a reason the female cop is trying to protect the perpetrator? As a normal, rational woman, we do not claim her. He should do the right thing and break up with her. It's not a healthy relationship.
Being crazy, because she went through his phone. Y'all know, say, if I go through my phone, she going through his phone, she probably been seeing some shit and probably went crazy.
On the 28th of September 2025, officers rushed to a neighborhood after receiving an emergency call from a bleeding man. He frantically cries out to the officers, claiming his girlfriend just stabbed him with a knife.
Come over here. Come over here. Have a seat here. Have a
No.
seat. Have a seat.
The case is over with. It's the girl in the white. Yes, it is. The girl in the white. Better press charges this time.
I'm about to
All right.
too. I am too.
I didn't knock out your windows.
What happened?
I live here.
No, start from scratch.
The scratch. She threw my food. I come in the house.
I'm hearing you.
I bring the food, bro. She get the tripping, saying about another girl. I said, when? She said, bitch, you know we're in. Da, 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 da. What? Me and her brother got the fighting in the front of the hall because she like, get him. She threw him. I said her brother.
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Her brother.
Yeah.
We got the fight.
Okay.
Once we was tussling right here, she get on me. Get the stabbing.
Okay.
Got the stabbing. I got in the car. Pulled off. My phone broke, so I couldn't call police instantly. Because if you see, like, it's like I can't text. I really can't
I see the
text.
phone. It's
I
broken.
really can't
Okay.
text. So I just keep on trying to call the police. She stabbed me, bro. Like this ain't the. She just got
Okay.
off. She just went to jail for stabbing me. Bro, I'm not lying, bro. Look.
Wait.
Look.
Safe for the 32.
Hey, if she said I shot 5 times.
Hey, Sarge.
If she said I shot 5 times, it's gonna be shells out here. It's gonna be shells out here. I didn't shoot at.
The victim explains to the police that the tragedy started when his girlfriend flew into a jealous rage after going through his phone. Betrayal is always a toxic poison that suffocates reason, but is violence ever the right answer for a broken heart?
She only dropped me off. I live here. Look, she just beat her case, bro. She just beat her case.
So you didn't fire any gunshots anywhere?
Man, you will see cases out here, bro. I'm not lying to you, bro. I'm not lying. Swear to God on my life. She mad. Me and her get into it, me and him get to fight. In the front yard. I said, I'm going to throw a brick through her yard. Through her front yard. Because I'm like, what the f? She threw my food out. I'm like, what the fuck? I just bought her breakfast and everything. I swear to God, too. I just bought breakfast for her. She threw that shit right out. Like, what? Oh, I was with Destiny. What?
Okay.
Destiny? I swear to God, I wasn't with Destiny.
So you got, okay, so you started fighting her brother.
No, he started trying to fight me because whatever his sister, get him, da da da, get him, da da da. That's her brother.
Yeah.
I understand that,
Okay.
but I'm like,
Just right here in this one.
I didn't do anything.
Is there anything on his back at all?
The door always open for me. I got mail that come here and everything.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's just like.
Okay, so you're saying that she stabbed you while you were fighting with brother?
Yes, when we was just basically just on the ground.
Where's the knife at
Because
now?
I slipped. I don't know. She just ran. But look, I swear to God, she just beat her case. She's just
Okay,
on
okay,
GPS.
I get it.
She stabbed me right here.
No, I
This
get
ain't
it.
the first time.
Okay.
I swear to God it ain't. But you stabbing me, bro? Huh, man? Hell no.
All right, and so just so I'm trying to get a full scope here, did you cause any damage to any of the house?
Nope.
You said you threw a brick at her?
That's
At her,
where that
house?
That's where that brick. You see that thing up there? I missed the window. I ain't gonna lie to you. I missed the window.
Okay.
Because he had jumped on me for no reason.
Is that the only place I hear?
That's the only thing I saw so far in a skinned up knee.
They all family though. They gonna all take up for each other. But guess what? She just went to jail for stabbing me.
Do you think that was a stab or a slice?
No, she stabbed.
Stab. Did you have to pull it out?
No, because me and him was on the ground right there. Me and him was on the ground.
Officers begin knocking on neighbors' doors to find independent witnesses to verify both sides of the story. The neighbors all confirm they only heard screams of "she stabbed me" and absolutely no gunshots, contrary to the girl's claims.
Over here.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you hear any gunshots here a little bit ago?
I just woke up.
Okay. Is there anybody else here that would have been awake? No. Okay. Was that you that peeked your head out the window a little bit ago?
No, that was my sister.
Did she
But
hear?
we just woke up.
Okay.
At that time, we just woke up. No, we didn't hear it. We just started hearing them yelling, and then we looked out the window. And the police officer and him was sitting in our
Okay.
yard.
You didn't hear anything that led up to that though? Okay. All right. Thank you.
You woke up.
Were you awake a little bit ago?
I woke up when y'all pulled up here, but I would have, my window right there, I would have heard it. All I heard was, she stabbed me, she stabbed me.
That's all I heard. That's all I heard. That's what even woke us up.
All right.
I feel like we would have heard a gunshot.
We would have heard a gunshot
talking.
before a stab. And she did. It more so sounded like she was the one being crazy. She went through his phone. Y'all know, say, if I go through my phone, she going through his phone, she probably done seen some shit and probably went crazy.
How'd you know that part?
I heard yelling.
No, that's what I said. When they start yelling,
that's what we heard.
After that,
I think you were in his phone.
Huh?
Are you in his phone?
Hell no.
Hold up.
how she knows it's somebody's in there.
He like it's them new neighbors. But no, for real, I don't think I didn't hear no gunshots at all or nothing like that. It was no gun. I would have woke up if I heard. I would have called y'all if I heard a gunshot. But it was no gunshot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He made mention that there was an incident before where he got stabbed.
Yeah,
Who got arrested at that time?
I did.
Okay. All right.
Y'all done with me?
For now.
Okay.
Yeah. Which house did the dog go into? Do you know?
This one where that
White?
that focus.
Oh, the brick?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Sade.
A bitter twist of fate occurs when the woman, Sherrard, is officially handcuffed and escorted to the patrol car. There, she is forced to awkwardly retrieve a flurry of personal belongings, including cigarettes and a phone, from inside her bra before being transported.
Let me have your mom.
Yeah, we talked to the County now. Back on run, not perfect. You want to grab that before you go to jail or after you go to jail?
She said that she wanted you to get arrested for that. So what do you want?
Oh, they're all going to the station.
Who wanted you to get arrested?
I'm on the highway now. I'm coming up to Howell. So I'll just get that and I'll stay right by there.
What's up to have? I was doing stuff right there.
Yeah, no, we told her all of that, and he was really articulate with what we saw and what was said, and this is the decision that she made. And then once we do that, it's out of our hands, because they basically dictate what we do from a legal perspective. All right?
That ain't even my fault.
It seems like you got something in your bra there.
Oh.
Yeah, what's she got? What is that? Can you want your mom to get it?
Yeah.
A couple things.
Looks like another phone over here.
A pack of cigarettes. Tell me she shouldn't have. Oh my God! Can you not make this your purse? I can't get it.
Bet you'd have to carry your purse
down there.
Goodness. Okay, if there's something that we don't find before you go to county, that changes things a lot. So I just want to give you an opportunity to let us know if you got anything on you. No weed or nothing?
What's going on with that? Oh, is there a way I can put my pepper in the bag?
Listen, I'm talking to you.
We're not allowed.
What happened?
Yeah. Puff that a couple more times and then we gotta throw it out. Okay.
See, I'll give it to my mom.
What'd you say?
See, I'll give it to my mom and put it on the porch.
Yeah.
They're not taking him to jail?
No.
Why is he not going to jail, but I'm going to jail? Did the lady say why she wanted me in jail and not him?
Well, we basically provided the attorney with statements that was given from both you guys, a statement that was, all the statements we compiled from everybody.
And I got witnesses, though.
So they have to be independent. Do you know what that means? So independent witness is somebody that doesn't have ties to you and doesn't have ties to him. So like somebody walking their dog or like...
Standing by the transport vehicle, the woman bursts into tears of frustration, bitterly admitting that both of them have previously gone to jail for domestic violence against each other. With the pain of betrayal still fresh, she is now left to face injustice and ultimate loneliness as the car drives away.
My brother got to fighting because he had a gun that he was about to hit me with. Shooting a gun in the air and not even going to jail for it.
So we were not able to find any evidence, including talking to neighbors, that there were ever any gunshots that occurred. We couldn't find shell casings. We couldn't find neighbors that heard gunshots. I mean, the other officer that was on this call, my sergeant, was not far away when this call came out.
They drove off with that gun. She had a gun too. He was telling her to shoot me. It was crazy.
Did you said that you got out of pretrial release. Were you convicted of domestic violence or no?
Yes.
Convicted? I know you were charged. Do you know the difference?
No.
Okay. I'll look it up.
Convicted means served time.
Convicted means like the final ruling of the case.
Well, that case is closed now, so I did have an M1 domestic violence.
And so you were convicted? Okay.
I'll always be the one that go to jail. After he come messing with me, though. That is
Court 10 believes. The previous domestic violence you had was with him?
Yes. It's going to keep happening with any female you be with.
So, I would say that if there's a protection order in place, I mean, so like I ran everybody's info and there's not currently a protection order in place.
Not even for my mom. My mom still thinks she's got hers.
Yeah, so that needs to be reinstated
Yes.
the best you can if possible.
Yes, I definitely want one. That's why he on probation now. Because we got into it. He hit me for no fucking reason. And I had to call the police.
How many times has this occurred? Because you said
With
you
the
went to jail.
police.
You said you went to jail for one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was with him?
Yes.
And then he went to jail for one?
Yeah, before I did, he did.
Before you did, okay.
All y'all gotta do is look him up. Y'all gonna see you got a track record of domestic violence.
Yeah. Go ahead and step out.
Step on up here.
Due to her charge of felonious assault with a dangerous weapon, the woman faces a maximum sentence of up to 8 years in prison and fines reaching $15,000. Why would you ruin your life over someone cheating? Just dump him. She just went to jail for stabbing me and she stabs him again. Dude, they should charge her with attempted murder.
Ma'am, did you decide to press charges against your husband or no? So basically with you pressing charges, that just means that...
On the 10th of January 2024, officers responded to a home following a desperate 911 call from a wife. In a state of sheer panic, the woman recounted discovering her husband's infidelity, which sparked a heated argument when he forced her to cut off all outside contact.
And this person messaged me on Facebook telling me, like, if you have any questions, let me know. So I reached out to them. They gave me some information, and I was able to prove, like, all of the stuff. Brian's saying that he doesn't want me talking to them. I sent this guy a letter saying, like, we're not going to talk anymore. If Brian says, in order for it to work, I need to cut communication with you guys, blah, 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 all this stuff. So he wants me to change my phone number. He wants me to delete Facebook. He wants me to not have any contact with these people at all for them to be able to tell me anything. I told him I didn't reply back, and then he found out that I replied back to the guy saying, like, I can't talk to you anymore, Brian doesn't want me talking. So he starts blowing up, and then we start getting into it, and about the whole trusting thing, and then I had a pink Yeti cup that was on the counter, and then he, like, hurled it at me, and that's whenever...
Did it hit you?
It didn't hit me.
Okay. Was he, like...
Like, I had to, like, I...
Was he, like, trying to hit you with it, or he just, chucked it across the room?
It was right in my direction, but whenever I ducked, it hit, the fireplace area.
Okay.
So...
I'm saying, do you feel like he was trying to hit you with it?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, I don't...
Were you, in fear that you were going to get hit?
Yeah, well, I've been in fear a lot lately because...
The husband's rage boiled over as he hurled a metal cup directly at his wife. Was her utter terror as she ducked to avoid the dangerous object the final straw that forced her to call the police to protect herself and her 4 children?
I don't know. They could still be outside of the backyard.
Okay, did they see any of this?
They did not see it.
Okay. All right, where is he in the house right now?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any kind of mark? Has there been anything physical? Do you have any kind of marks or anything on you? No. Okay.
So
did
it's
he
not like
say
he tried-
anything like when he threw it, or did he make it say like, "Hey, I'm going to hit you with it," or what? How do you know he was trying to throw it at you?
At first, like, he, like, went for it, and then, like, he stopped, and then we started arguing some more, and then, like, the second time he actually went for it, and so I knew, like, he was going to try to do something, so, like, I just ducked.
Okay. So I'm just trying to make sure, like, was he actively trying to hit you with it, or was he just throwing it out of frustration?
It was probably both.
Okay. But you think his intent was to hit you?
I don't know, like, he's been, like, on and off about this whole thing. We're trying to make it work. We're threatening divorce. All this, like, back and forth stuff.
Right.
And then this morning, whenever he said that he caught me in a lie, like, he's putting it on me that I'm lying about this guy. I'm not talking to him in a romantical way. I was trying to get information about what had happened. And
I understand that for you. I'm just trying to understand, because what you're saying about the cup and everything, I'm trying to understand whether or not, like, if this is going to be the statute for an assault or not. Because were you in when you threw that? Did it put you in fear that you were going to be hit with the cup?
Well, I wouldn't have called.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to understand, is if you were in fear and you believe that he was trying...
When confronted by officers, the husband admitted to having a drinking problem and throwing the cup. Could his excuse of just throwing it at the ground be a familiar psychological manipulation tactic to downplay his abusive behavior?
It resulted in, doing a few bad things.
Okay.
Her and I have been trying to make it work, and there's a few other people that are kind of getting involved in it, and we had a productive conversation last night, that we're going to separate ourselves from the distractions and focus on her and I.
Mm-hmm. Do you, what is she telling me about a cup or something that got thrown?
I threw a cup at the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have, did it break or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
It's just a cup.
What kind of cup was it?
Just a, kitty, like this.
Okay. When you threw it, where were you?
In the kitchen.
Where did you throw it to?
To the living room.
Into the living room?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's about
What did it hit?
Where did it hit?
Yeah, when you threw it, where did it land?
The ground next to the couch.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you were, during this argument and everything, when you threw that, where was she positioned?
She was standing next to the wall.
Okay. Are you able to show me where?
So we kind of got a little bit of information from the deputy that just spoke with you a couple minutes ago.
Officers headed back inside to inspect the scene and gather a detailed statement from the wife to determine the trajectory of the cup. She recalled the horrifying moment she had to duck as the cup flew straight toward her, violently striking the fireplace.
Where's Rose?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna get a lawyer. I'm like, I already have a lawyer, all this stuff. He was in the kitchen, he reached for the cup one time and he stopped himself. I'm in the living room, right by the TV and the fireplace.
Yeah.
And we just keep going at it, and then finally he took it and hurled it right in my direction, but I ducked, and then it hit the fireplace. The kids were all outside. He's usually never abusive, but right now at this point, he's backed up against the wall and I'm backed up. I don't know what to do. He confessed to the things that I found.
Okay.
But he's not confessing to the other stuff. The girl did. He's saying that she's lying. It's just a whole big ball of lies.
Gotcha. So we went in there, we talked to him. He said that he did throw the cup. He said that he threw it just in a general direction. He said that it wasn't specifically at you. I don't.
If you would have thrown it,
can you come over here real quick?
If you would have anything this way, it was directed. I was standing at the living room. It was direct. I wouldn't have called if it was going this way.
Where were you in relation to the laundry basket that's sitting there against the wall on the other side of your island? There's the laundry basket and then in between your couches.
So here's the couch against the wall. Here's the couch that's kind of floating in the middle.
If I'm standing at the island looking at your TV, where were you in relation to him?
He was on the corner of the cabinet, and I was right in the middle, directly in the middle of the living room.
All the way in the living room behind the couch?
Yes, in between the couches. So there's one that's on the wall, one that's floating. Yep. I was right in the middle of the living room.
Okay. Which hand did he throw the cup with?
I don't know. I feel like he reached for it whenever he was here. It was his left.
Okay. When it hit the ground, where did it hit in relation to where you're at?
It hit the fireplace. Whenever he threw it, it was going like that, and it wouldn't hit the TV. It would hit the fireplace.
So it didn't hit the ground before it hit the fireplace?
I was ducking. I feel like it.
Faced with the officer's question about whether she wished to press charges against her husband, the woman froze completely. Is this mother of four hesitating out of fear of retaliation, or is it the heartache of a wife still struggling to let go of her family?
Did.
Okay. All right.
As soon as it happened, that's whenever I picked up the phone and called. And then the lady said to get outside to separate, and then I was outside with the kids.
Okay. Did you see him cleaning or anything?
No. I saw him go into the fridge. He was at the threshold of the patio door saying, Leah, we need to talk. And then the lady on the dispatcher was saying, you need to ignore him, to stay away from him right now. It's just going to, escalate, so just stay away. So I didn't respond to him whenever he was at the patio door.
Whenever you were outside, you saw him walking around. It said that he was in his demeanor looked calm and whatnot. What was he doing? You said he went to the fridge, and then what else was he?
He was trying to get me to come back inside. He told our son, tell mommy to come inside. I want to talk to mommy. But the lady of the dispatcher said, no, you need to stay outside.
Stay away. Okay, I gotcha. Did you hear it hit the ground and then it bounce up and then hit the little wooden fireplace?
I didn't physically see. I want to say it hit the fireplace. I don't know if it hit the ground. Like, I want to say it hit the fireplace because it was like directed at me like this. I don't know if it wouldn't have hit the ground from how he was throwing it.
Okay. And another question that I have for you, if charges are able to be placed on your husband, do you wish to press charges against him? For the act of throwing the cup in your general direction, so much so that it would have struck you if you would not have ducked out of the way?
That's a hard question.
I know. I understand it's a hard question, but I mean, unfortunately, it is a hard question that we have to ask.
Yeah.
It's completely up to you as to what you want to do. If you want, I can go grab that paperwork and then come right back.
Officers patiently explained the legal procedures and the no-contact order designed to ensure her safety. After realizing the husband's story didn't line up, they decided to handcuff and arrest him immediately to prevent a worse tragedy.
Ma'am, did you decide to press charges against your husband or no? So basically with you pressing charges, that just means that if he were to be arrested today, that you would essentially have to go to court, and then once you go to court, you're going to have to kind of plead your case before the judge as to like, hey, you know, this incident happened in reference to blah blah blah. It'd be a full detailed report in there. Again, everything you're saying on body cam will be reviewed by the judge. It'll be reviewed by public defenders as well as possibly your attorney. That being said, if he were to be arrested, there'd be what's called a no victim contact order put in place, which you would be the victim in this sense, and then he would wind up going to the jail. He would not be able to return back to the home until y'all's court date has, you know, kind of squashed everything. So it's completely your decision. But just so you know, what we're about to go do is put him in handcuffs and come back out here because we have determined that a crime has been committed. Your story is lining up, his is not. And so that being said, we are going to go in there and place him under arrest, okay? Okay. All right, if you want to keep working on that, just give us a second.
The husband was escorted to the patrol car in utter shock, repeatedly calling out his wife's name. Whether the wife chooses to sign the paperwork or not, the law will step in to protect women who are victims of domestic violence from further deep trauma.
Deciding between prosecution right now, she's more on the fence of no than yes, from what I've gathered from the conversation that we just had. It's up to her as to what she wants to do, but just so you know, even if she doesn't intend to prosecute, the state of Florida picks her up being a domestic violence victim and kind of prosecutes on her behalf in a sense. Does that kind of make sense? So it's essentially, the reason why that's put in place is to protect domestic violence victims, because a lot of times they'll call, we'll come out here, and then they'll act like nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
And so whenever that happens, you know, the worst can come of it.
I understand.
Please just understand that if you make any threats towards her or anything like that, it can be an additional charge added on, okay?
No, I
so
understand.
just if you want to have a civil conversation with her, that's fine.
Yeah.
But just please don't make any threats. Yeah. Don't do anything like that, okay? Yeah. But you have to understand, if she chooses not to want to talk to you, then that's completely up to her, okay? Yeah. All right. So go ahead and have a seat. The best way to do it, to be honest with you, is kind of like sit down. And if you want to sit in an angle, that way your knees can kind of go off to the side.
Leah. Like, never been in a like, what do I do?
We'll explain everything whenever you get to the jail, okay? Hey, go ahead and make sure you get in. Close the door. There we go. I need you to go back inside and just take some photographs. Just start at the door. Go into the hallway, take a photograph. And then take a photograph of the kitchen. I already took a photograph of the cup. I can text that to you. And then also take a photograph of the living room and then the fireplace, okay? So yeah, real quick. So intent to prosecute, again, completely up to you as to what you want to do. We'll kind of leave that up to you. But I do need you to check either yes or no and then sign your name. And then on the back, if you same thing, yes or no. This is simply just testing that what you're writing down is 100% the truth.
Due to his act of domestic assault in the state of Florida, Brian Woods faces a maximum penalty of up to 1 year in jail and fines reaching $1,000, along with a strict no victim contact order. Lady, you need to get a lawyer and drop this fool. The cheater is gaslighting the wife. Leave, woman, like yesterday. A cheater and a drinker leave him.